This video chart presentation of India Globalization Capital Inc. brought to you by allmoneystock.com. India Globalization Capital is an AMEX or a New York Stock Exchange market listed company trading our ticker IGC. This was one of our two U.S. technical stocks to watch this week. Both of them were bottom plays sitting on a pretty strong support level. I actually picked IGC just because the support level has been holding for a little bit longer period of time. You can see over a month now. So I'm going to take a quick run through the indicators and see if it's giving us any hints it's going to take on some upward pressure. It's a very nice look to the MACD. It's a positive divergence trending back towards zero as the price per share is trending downward. Importantly, the MACD is pinned right against that zero mark. A break through that typically indicates a bullish trend is taking off. And that's something I'll certainly be looking for. See right through here, the break of the MACD through zero, there goes the share price. I'd be looking for something similar in nature as it continues to hold that support. Very similar look to the PPO. The ADX is actually a little bit mixed. It's showing that there's strength being added to the direction. Now the ADX itself doesn't tell you what direction. The positive DI being on top gives hints that strength is to the upside. But obviously the price per share is holding firmly in one area. So while I always look at the ADX, in this particular case, because I feel it's given a mixed signal, I'm not going to pay a great deal of attention to that. Stock took on some pretty heavy selling pressure a couple days ago, shot the MFI straight downward when they were actually in a pretty decent uptrend leading into that. So I'd have my eyes just peeled for immediate reversal and a push back above 50. Accumulation distribution, this is a firm downtrend, 9 months worth. It's going to have to start holding a base somewhere in here for me to feel a little bit more comfortable. That's just not a constant influx of selling. The Chaikin money flow is given a little bit of a different read. It's based on the accumulation distribution, but it is working its way back towards zero. That indicates that buying and selling pressure is somewhat equalizing. Of course, ultimately, you want to see it up on top of zero to show that buying pressure is outweighing selling pressure. CCI has certainly been whipped around quite a bit. Buy points and sell points are break of the 100 mark. With the selling pressure, it of course came dropping down quickly, dropped another sell. Ideally, I'd want to see it hold over top of zero to show that the price per share is holding above the 20-day mean. With all this whipsaw action, what's happening is the momentum cannot be gathered in the stock, making a nice uptrend, showing some bullish momentum. Some heavy selling pressure comes in, yanks the full still right back down. Still trending in bear chart territory. Needs to move up to this upper half to show some bullish momentum for me to be more impressed. I do like the trend indicators though, the MACD and the TRIX. Both nice upward trends themselves, moving towards zero. Much like the MACD, the key point is breaking through zero to go into bull mode. RSIs, they're pretty reflective of the heavy buying and heavy selling that comes into this play. Sharp momentum, momentum right back out with selling. Sharp momentum, momentum right back out with selling. Holding right around 50 is a pretty neutral reading, but ultimately, like back in through here, I want to see some sustained pressure over top of 50 to show that the bulls are in control. So while I am seeing a nice look in the trend, the momentum is just getting whipsawed around with this. You see 267,000 shares traded. Those are some little bit heavier volume days for this stock compared to its 3-month average. That's what's contributing to some of these whipsaws. As you can see right through here. Very nice up day, about 20% up. Next day, give it all back. Similarly, what's going on this last week. Nice up day on Friday, give it all back on Monday, and then a pretty wide trading range again on Tuesday. So it's going to be imperative with this stock, obviously, is to hold this bottom support at 19 cents. And even more importantly, I'd have my eyes peeled on 20 cents. Moving averages are coming together. The short terms are starting to move up through the 50. If it holds this 20 cent mark, and even potentially can move up near 22, which is where it's going to meet some resistance, this 50-day will start to flatten out and start to curl upward, which would be a much more bullish look for this chart. So it's kind of at one of those make or break points where it would seem it's time to either push through this resistance and try and make and hold a stronger move, or it's going to fall through this 20 cent mark. And if it does, I'd be willing to bet it's going to fall through the 19 cent mark as well and drop quite a bit lower. Beyond 22 cents, there's going to be some more resistance at 24 cents. It's just going to be stair-step through here. I'd call a main resistance coming in up around 30. That's obviously a real nice percentage gain from where it closed around 21 cents. So the upside of some heavy resistance is pretty substantial when the stock is sitting right near a support level. And that's the reason we throw charts like this on radar. Keep an eye out for some strong buying pressure and to see if it's going to be sustained. You don't want to see it given back the next day. But as long as that bottom is intact, the chart can stay in play. Those are the type of things that I look for in the IGC chart. But as always, it's merely my interpretation. I'm not a financial consultant. Strongly encourage you to do your own proper due diligence. Consult with a qualified financial advisor before making any investment decisions. Past performance is not a guarantee of future results. Please visit the allpennystocks.com website to view the full disclaimer disclosure. I do not base any investment decisions upon any material found on the website and/or its video chart. No person employed by All Penny Stocks is a registered investment advisor or licensed broker-dealer. Thank you for watching and trade smart.